Hey party people, it is Wednesday and that means it is time for the news. I am Brian McNichols with touringplans.com, a website that you should totally visit if you're planning on any trip to Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Universal Studios, Orlando, or on the Disney Cruise Line, or you know what, Washington DC. Not a theme park one, but we also have tons of content and touring plans, things like that for all of these locations. Great resource. So what is up this week in the news? We've got a few small bits of news, and then at the end, I'm going to talk about an Epcot rumor, along with showing you on the map how many expansion pads there actually are in Epcot's World Showcase. So if you like that kind of stuff, stick around. If you don't, right when I get through my first couple pieces of news, I'll see you next time. So what is up this week in the news? Well, we are coming up quickly on American Independence Day. That is July 4th. And what attraction is more patriotic than Magic Kingdom's Hall of Presidents? Well, you can't see it. This has been a kind of ongoing story that has bubbled up recently, and Disney actually made a statement about it. Here's the situation as I have heard it, and this is all hearsay from some pretty reliable sources, but still, as you know, the Hall of Presidents has only a few speaking roles. All the presidents, but only a few of them speak, including Abraham Lincoln and the current president. Now, the current president has only spoken since 1993, but this is a tradition they want to keep going. So, of course, for the speaking role, the current president needs to record a speech. And we've heard that Disney company and the current administration have not been able to schedule anything. So the rumors persisted that maybe they would revert it to the older system where only a few of the former presidents spoke and not the current president. Disney has released a statement now saying that no, they have scheduled something with Mr. Trump and intend to go forward with the current president speaking. Now, the reason I mention it now is because the original reopening date of the Hall of Presidents was supposed to be June 29th, which of course is tomorrow, and they are not going to hit that. We don't actually know the reopening date, but obviously not going to be tomorrow. It is not ready. Probably won't open until sometime in the fall. If you are traveling there in the next month or two, you are not going to be able to see the Hall of Presidents. What you will definitely be able to see in the fall is the Eat to the Beat concert. This is a concert that they do during the International Food and Wine Festival. And if you're looking for more information on the International Food and Wine Festival that happens every fall at Epcot, keep an eye on our YouTube page, and you know what, maybe subscribe so you don't miss it. We are going to have a few videos. Angel's going to have an informational video on food and wine. I am going to have something on how it changes the crowd flows at Epcot. Look for those within the next 4 to 6 weeks or so. We will have you covered on everything you need to know about food and wine. But the Eat to the Beat concerts, the lineups were just announced, and here they are, courtesy of touringplans.com. Of course, no, we didn't find it. We just listed the ones that Disney announced. I know. But they are starting August 31st. As you can see, there are some formerly big-name bands, some crowd favorites in there. I would like to point out that 10,000 Maniacs, a band that I always see the name of and go, oh, but Natalie Merchant left a long time ago, so she's no longer there. So if you are planning a trip and really like one or two of these bands, maybe something you want to consider for September through early November. Lastly, we've got some more rumors to talk about, and this one is another one at Epcot. This is a story that I first saw on WDWNT, WDW News Today, and it was discovered that Disney has filed some more permits for construction at Epcot, this time centered around the France Pavilion. Now, the thought is maybe that this is going to be a copy of the Ratatouille attraction that is at Disneyland Paris Resort. That, of course, unconfirmed, all of this really unconfirmed. They just filed the permits for construction. Sometimes they do this years and years in advance just to have them ready so that they can go whenever. So I'm not saying that they are building anything or anything anytime soon. But since we all like looking at maps, let's take a look at Google Maps because I want to show you how much expansion they actually could do here at Epcot that people don't realize. So here is Epcot. Up here we have, of course, Spaceship Earth and Innoventions down World Showcase Lagoon down here. This is the France Pavilion down here, where the permits have been filed is for this area. Basically from right here all the way around the back here, all the way up, back up to the walkway that is in front here. This could obviously handle a very big show building. And with this little thing over here, you could actually enter the ride through this way and then have it ride all the way back here. And you know what? They would actually even be able to keep the Impressions de France movie or maybe update it, which is good because World Showcase doesn't have a lot of attractions. You'd hate to see them take one away just to add one. So let's look at what they can actually do in World Showcase. I'm going to go into 3D mode here on Google Maps, one of my favorite things. Let's spin you around kind of slowly. I don't want to make anybody seasick watching this. So here's what we would be talking about. Here is the France Pavilion. This whole area is where they could put the ride building. And you know what? If they actually even wanted to leave those trees, they would probably hide it pretty well. There's Tower of Terror back there, in case you're wondering. And then the entrance could be over here. You ride around back here. But let's take a look. So there's one big expansion pad right in between France and Monaco. On the other side of Monaco here, in between Monaco and Japan, they have another big expansion pad. There has been rumors for years of wanting to put a ride there. American Adventure Pavilion. There's a smaller expansion pad right in between America and Italy there. A bigger one again in between Italy and Germany. Now over here we have the biggest one. This is the African Outpost. And you could put 2 full pavilions. I mean, look at the size of the Germany pavilion here. You could put 2 more full pavilions in here if you wanted to. China, Norway. This is a pretty big expansion right here near Norway, but right now up front here is where the Anna and Elsa meet and greet is, so this part is taken. But back here, they could easily add something as part of, say, an expanded Mexico pavilion. Yeah, test track now. We go over to, oops, spun the wrong way there. Now we go over to the other side. We have Canada. And there's a little bit of space here in Canada, but not really much. This actually back here is Soren, right behind Canada. This is a, I forget the name of it, Millennial something or other, Millennial Hall, something like that. It is an exhibition space and something that they will definitely want to keep. But as you can see, if they decided to do something else with that, this is another pad. And this right next to the UK, and this is the International Gateway, but they could easily put something here, either, I don't know about a full other pavilion, but definitely an attraction. And the reason I wanted to show you this, because I know I am always one that thinks of World Showcase as pretty full. World Showcase, in my opinion, doesn't really need all that much more stuff. I kind of love it like it is, but I would definitely take some more pavilions and more attractions, and they have lots of space to do it. So I know I veered off a little bit into just kind of talking about World Showcase, but people in the comments have said that they do enjoy some of the map stuff, and I finally figured out how to make my pointer all nice and giant. So figured I'd throw that at the end. So go ahead, leave a comment below, like us, share us, and thanks for watching. Be excellent to each other.